All right, we're getting a few people in here. Shout out Newburgh. Ingram, were you out on Bourbon Street last night, or do you get in today? Ingram, you can jump in here too if you. Who's moving slow today? Berg, I wish you were here.
Yo, what's up?
How quickly do you think you could get to New Orleans from where you are?
I have no idea where anything is now that I moved.
I feel like Nashville to New Orleans isn't that like you could do it.
I just have no I couldn't even guess. Is it like 6 hours? Is it 9 hours? I have no idea.
Tell Shannon you need a flight immediately to New Orleans.
Yeah, it looks like it's popping down there. I feel energized by just scrolling the timeline this morning, seeing everybody out on Bourbon Street represented.
Yeah.
But I heard Shay Dixon on the space essentially saying that it's going to be a LSU home game, a home game with a dome on it.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I mean, Shay's definitely.
I think it will be obviously a majority, right? Like it's going to be over 55, probably closer to 60% LSU. But I think when you have that amount of FSU fans, if and when it starts going FSU way, it's going to get very loud.
So Florida State sold all of their allotment, right? And now some of those tickets could have been resold, I guess, to LSU fans, but just Florida State's allotment is 43% of the tickets. And so, like, at worst, it's going to be 43-57. And that means that no Florida State fans bought any of the general admission tickets. So I think it's going to be 45-55. I feel
okay. That'd be to our advantage, I think.
Yeah, and you're not, and at 5%, I don't even know that you notice that. You may see a little bit more purple, but I think it's going to look about like any other bowl game does. Ingram, what do you got here?
What's up, y'all? So I woke up, went down to the Atlanta airport, got in the clear security line, which in theory is supposed to be a convenience, and ended up not making my flight.
No shit.
And then they're like, well, we'll put you on standby for the noon, and don't drive to New Orleans, y'all. About halfway through Alabama here, and just had the audible. So
find a damn way.
Yeah. Winners find a way, my man.
Real popular with my fiance right now. But, had to find a way.
So you should get here, what, like noonish?
I'll be there around 2.
Okay, cool. How you feeling? You guys did a preview show.
Yeah. Trying not to fight the just dumb, unfounded, I'm a stupid football fan, and, the closer we get to a game like this, I intrinsically get more optimistic. But, I think Florida State I picked them to win by 3 after having it, I think, 49-51 about a week ago. So, maybe I'm just falling victim to animal spirits, or maybe I'm a little bit more convinced that they're going to be able to have some success in some aspects of the offensive game plan that I wasn't a week ago or so. We'll see.
Yeah. I think we have to just embrace that this is a running football team. If this is a running football team, if this is truly a running football team, I think this is going to, that's going to give FSU its best chance to win this game because, Jordan Travis, he's up and down, but at the end of the day, Jordan Travis has to be a runner to be successful as well. And if FSU can be a running football team, it's only going to help Jordan Travis throw the ball when he has to. So I want to see if this three-headed monster that we're calling after the Duquesne game is truly a monster, because we're going to find out what kind of monster it is when they head up against an LSU front seven that, is pretty loaded compared to what, Florida State's trying to build with their front seven. And to be honest, I'm a bit concerned with FSU's front seven. We say that the FSU defensive line is the strength of the team. Well, they played well. I thought they played really well against Duquesne, but there are some matchups there that you wonder how it's going to go against an offensive line like LSU. So I think if they can get in there, they can run the football, they can truly win this football game.
Well, I've been saying for months that if you can block it up, Kate Rodemaker is probably your best choice of quarterback.
Jeez.
Come again. You need to pull over and let your fiance take the wheel because you're clearly drinking.
Yeah.
No, I've never actually uttered those words, but I'm right there with you, Josh. Thinking they were doesn't run game, and I think that schematically you can do some interesting things with a three-man front as far as what Mike likes to do running the ball. And I'm fascinated to see how that plays out. But yep, on the road and slightly more optimistic by about every 6-hour block that I've experienced over the last 3 days or so.
So I had
the same thing. TJ's getting more optimistic as the game gets closer, huh?
Well, yeah, it was
a dangerous idea.
And so the big problem, or the big reason for that was, Ingram says it's every 6-hour block. Me, it was every 6-minute window. It was every new drink last night. I increased my score that we were winning by about 3 or 4 points. So I got us by 24 now. Oh,
late last night.
Yeah.
Under the impression the game was today?
No, I meant that I would do the spaces like before the games start. I just left off an S on that. Yeah.
Like, he had a hell of a time.
No, I tried to move the spaces to today because last night was it was something.
There you go.
Man, and there might be a little reason to this. I got some people requested. We'll add some people here in a minute. But it was 10-1 Garnet and Gold to Purple and Yellow last night. Just to let you know.
All right. Well, you guys got
wasn't even close.
TJ, I saw you out last night on Bourbon Street. Like this is a marathon now. Like you got another day here. And I know you're going to get fired up for the 7 p.m. UF and Utah.
My Utes. Shout out our Utes. Lee Corso just picked us. So maybe it's not time to. I saw somebody say don't retire him just yet. Shout out Aaron. That's a great tweet.
TJ, have we gotten your prediction on the UF Utah game? I gotta go to breakfast, so I just got to get this before I leave.
I think I would honestly. The fans aren't going to hear this. I would lean UF in this. I think it could go either way. It's the humidity. They have never felt anything like. I think I'd lean UF, but I won't be shocked at all. I'm like 51% confident that UF wins by like 3. So I don't know, something like that. I hope I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. So like maybe that's a good thing. Maybe FSU fans will like that I say that. Yeah. UF wins. That I'll jinx it the right way. Ingram, what do you think on that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna lean that way too. But I mean, nothing would surprise me in that game. I'm curious to see what you're gonna need 4 games or so on the schedule to get any kind of feelings of what UF is. I'll be waiting for the evaluation on that one.
Yeah. All right, Berg. If you got to go to breakfast, I appreciate you, but you can go.
Yeah.
I'll let you.
Probably gonna hop back on later and do some maybe midday space or mid-game spaces with my boy JD at On 3. So if you guys are around, tune in for those.
Shout out JD.
All right, love you guys.
Love you. Oh man! All right, let's do a quick shout out for Gramco, thegramco.com. If you haven't ordered yet, you need to go give them a try. You can use code TJ25 at checkout. Get yourself 25% off. Get you some gummies, get you some orange hard candy. They will be out at the tailgate tomorrow, giving stuff away, giving gummies away, giving T-shirts away. We're going to have a great time with them. Tailgates at 2 p.m. Come see us. Go to rollupnetwork.com, and you can buy tickets under the merch there. Or if you just need to shoot me a DM, I'll send you the link. Have a good time with Gramco tomorrow. Can't wait for that. They're on the road as we speak. Devin, my man was sauced up last night. How's it going, bud?
Bro, I am so hungover. It is horrible, TJ. I don't even know how you're functioning right now.
Oh, man, I just take another shot and keep going, bro. It's rebound.
Golly, I'll even the series up tonight. They have a commanding 1-0 lead.
New Orleans got a 1-0 lead on you, huh?
Yeah, they do. I'm determined to be focused tonight. Command our lead back, and I don't know. I just keep getting my hopes up, TJ. Like seeing all the Florida State energy. I really keep talking myself into it. Like this is going to be the game that changes the program, and we're going to look back at this game and this time that revitalized Florida State. I'm right there, TJ. I didn't want to come to this game like that, but that's where I'm at. I'm
with it. I am. What's the meme? I'm setting myself up to be hurt again or whatever it is. But I'm all in right now, and I think we're winning this game. I know that I got, as you drink and you get a little more carried away on Bourbon Street, you get more and more confident. But I really do feel good about this game. Now, I don't think it's a lock. I don't, think LSU is very good. And shout out my guy Max, though. I was talking to people about this. My guy Max Moody, that's doing the Seminole Executive Brief. Sorry, he said, everybody wants to talk about LSU's talent. And LSU does have a lot of talent, but they've had a lot of talent for years, and they've not been able to put it together the last 2 years. I think they've won a combined 11 games. And so we think that Brian Kelly is going to get there and just all of a sudden they're going to have it figured out game one on national TV in prime time against a team that is trending upward. I don't know, maybe, but they were.
They don't even have a warm-up either.
Yeah, they didn't get to play last week. They have a bunch of new guys. Florida State returns the 11th most production in college football. I think things really, really line up well for FSU here. I don't think that LSU's leaps and bounds more talented than FSU either. I don't buy that at all. I think they have some talent in some positions that are potential weaknesses for Florida, like against positions that are potential weaknesses for Florida State. But I don't buy that LSU's just way more talented. Maybe I'm a homer there. I think it's a pretty close game, and I just like where Florida State as a program is right now. That may be different in November.
24 type of victory.
Yeah.
Maybe we put up 30, but I feel good, man.
I like it. I think we're in really good shape. I think we've learned a lot. I think this team is growing. I'm excited for it. What you doing today?
I'm waiting for a couple of my other buddies to get in. Probably hit the casino, lose some more money.
There we go.
And then we'll probably meet up with you at the watch party and watch the Utes. I do have something to say as well. To the asshole LSU fan that brought your RV and started blasting music at 7:30 when I'm hungover with a headache, go to hell. They are blaring TJ. Like they have like an RV set up outside the hotel, just blaring their fight song at 7:30 this morning.
Sheesh. Brutal. Well, I'll let the team know and they'll run the score up for you, my man.
Should be illegal.
See you, buddy.
I'll see you today.
Sounds good. I'm going to hit the sports book in a little bit. Like when we wrap up here, I don't know how long we'll be on, by the way. I don't know that we'll go for a full hour, but when we wrap up here, I think I'm going to go hit the sports book. I think that would be amazing to see. Never been out to Vegas. So have to go with Vegas Light here in New Orleans. I do want to give a quick shout out to Garnet and Gold. Hey, we gave away a couple of gift cards last week from people that replied to a tweet with how many points you think Florida State is going to score. We're going to do that again. Let me just find the tweet because I don't want like just anyone on Twitter to be able to do it. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to tweet Garnet and Gold, FSU spaces score. And then I'll put that up in the top of the space. It's my last tweet. And like I said, I'll put it up in the top so you guys can just reply to it. But I wouldn't quote it. The more times you guys quote it, the more people are going to see it. And you're going to limit your chances of winning. But go engage with that tweet. Just go reply to it with what you think Florida State score is. If you want to do the full score, that's fine. But it's just how many points Florida State scores. If you get that right, you get a gift card with that amount. So you guess 27, reply to my tweet with 27. Florida State scores 27 tomorrow night. You get a gift card for that much. You guess 55, Florida State scores 55. You get a $55 gift card to Garnet and Gold. You can use that in person or in store. Like 4 people have texted me, I'm on the way. I just left Garnet and Gold. Like that's been the message I've been getting from everybody. So hopefully they were staffed up and ready to go for the Friday and Saturday, when the team was away, because everybody that's coming here is texting me, I just left Garnet and Gold. I'm on the road. So that was everybody's last stop coming into town. I didn't want to get off the interstate. So I ordered from Garnet and Gold and sent my buddy the order and said, will you bring this? So I could just keep going. Shout out Garnet and Gold. You can use code SPACES15 to get 15% off your order. If you haven't ordered from Garnet and Gold recently, or if you have, go ahead and put another order in. Let's support people that give back to FSU. getting a bunch of replies with the scores there. Good stuff. We'll find some winners. Hey, I think last week a couple of people guessed 47. And they gave it out to everybody. So it's not like the first one to guess or anything like that. You go guess your score, try and win some money from Garnet and Gold. Okay, Ronnie, what's going on, Ronnie?
Hey, I want to welcome you guys to Louisiana first and foremost, and that's just normal tailgate. Things start a little early here.
Yeah, I love it.
Be safe, be careful, and one last thing, being a lifelong New Orleans resident, remember one thing: you can't spell New Orleans without Noles.
I love it. I love it, man. What you live here? It sounds like.
Yeah, I live on the North Shore, about 25 miles north of New Orleans.
Did you come into town last night?
No, I did not. My daughter is a cheerleader at a high school. She's a senior, so I had to go do dad duty and watch her cheer.
No worries, no worries. If you're around, you coming into town today? You're just going to come tomorrow? What's your plan?
I'll be at the tailgate tomorrow for sure.
My man.
I hate the city. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've been here my whole life, and it's just one of them things where, hey, it's cool to check out every once in a while, but watch what streets you go down, guys. Just to be honest with you, we're one step away from Detroit. I hate to sound that way and put bad gree on the city, but that's what it is, and just be safe.
Yeah, things get pretty wild out there. I started early yesterday, and so I finished early too. So that's probably going to be a similar theme tonight. We'll see if I can make it to Kraken's bar or not.
The other thing is, it's kind of wild that they would have this game and also have Decadence Fest in the quarter. So if you don't know what it is, look it up. You'll figure it out quickly if you're down there. I can promise you.
Yeah, it's a wild time. Bourbon Street was wild last night for several reasons. So, Ronnie, I appreciate you, man. What's your score? How much are we winning by?
I think we're looking at a 30 to 21 game.
Let's go. I'm with that. Somebody else just messaged me that they could see a scenario where Florida – actually, I think it was a YouTube comment. Let me go back and find it. If you guys are watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. You can also utilize the super chat over there. Somebody said FSU will have a 3-point lead with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They'll face a fourth down inside field goal range. Norvell will go for it. We'll end up scoring a touchdown to win 31-21. So was that you? It sounds almost exactly like your score.
No,
I was going to say.
But obviously we got two smart guys around the area.
I like it. Ronnie, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Go Noles.
Go Noles. I threw up a tweet up in the top of the space as well. It is our watch party tonight at my man Kraken Calamari's bar. Kraken's the manager there at 12 Mile Limit. We are watching the UF Utah game. We're going to watch our Utes. That sounds good. I like that. We're going to watch our Utes with some of the softball girls. We may have a couple other people, that I haven't confirmed yet, but may have a couple other people stopping through. If you're in New Orleans, it's a little bit off the beaten path. I did the Bourbon Street thing last night. Probably do it a little bit during the day as well today and watch some college football at some different bars. But it's about 2 miles off of Bourbon Street, so you may want to Uber. I would not suggest walking with how hot and crazy everything is, but about a 2 mile drive or Uber or whatever off the beaten path. But join us tonight at 12 Mile Limit. We've got drink specials to kind of try and take care of some of your Uber charges or whatever you've got. Please be safe if you're coming out that way. Also, the drinks are slightly cheaper than what you're getting on Bourbon Street, which are pretty crazy. So hit us up. Should have fun tonight. Shout out my guy Kraken. Should be fun. If you're in New Orleans, come hang out with us and watch Utah get that dub. All right, Cameron Rolston. I got to mute that tweet with y'all responding with the thing. Like my whole thing is how about this Georgia nerd that said, now do tonight's flight? I'm sure you guys saw it, but I tweeted shout out my guy Brandon, who I saw last night, tweeted me sent me the video of his flight leaving out of New Orleans. And this Georgia nerd just responded and said, now do the flight back tonight. And so anyway, I said, I don't think any FSU fans are flying back tonight, just for what it's worth. Cameron, what's going on, my man?
Yo, what's up, DJ? I'm on the road right now. Let's go Noles.
Let's get it, buddy. What's your score? How much are we winning by?
I got 27-23. Win by 4.
Let's go. I think I'm 27-24 was what I officially did on the podcast on Thursday. But like I said, with every drink that I have in New Orleans, that score goes up, my man.
We win by 10 and 14. Hey, you Lonnie Wilson and if he's gonna play or not? Or?
You know, I honestly haven't done a very good job of like reaching out or doing anything this week, just because it's been so kind of crazy getting out of town. And I did a live show over at Bay Canyon on Thursday with Double Fries No Slaw, and so. Yeah, I've done a bad job of that. I've been a bad, whatever I do here. Like I haven't really reached out. I also haven't heard anything negative. Like usually that would kind of come up, like there would be some concern. So I think that we're probably in good shape there. Maybe I need to, reach out and try and see if I can get some better info there. But I think he'll play. Like I don't really have a ton of worries around that.
Yeah, I'm confident he'll play too, just because we haven't heard a lot on Twitter, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. Hey, you going out to Bourbon Street this afternoon before the watch party for the UF game, or what?
I think so, but I don't know. I'm definitely going to the sports book after this. But I just got a text. Tables are like $100 for the day, and so like that's not terrible. Like if you go with 3 or 4 guys, you can split it like $25 each. It's an experience, right? But I'm also like $100. I don't know. So, but yeah, I'll be out at Bourbon Street some point today. So y'all find me, hit me up. Bought some drinks for some people last night. Can't buy drinks for everybody, but if you're if you catch me in a good mood, maybe we'll see what happens. We'll do some shots and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yo, actually,
Only real questions I had, man. Let's go Noles.
All right, good stuff, my man. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. See you soon.
People on the road. If you're on the road right now, come on in here. Let's chat. Let's pass your time a little bit. My man, Max. Let's go here with Max. Just getting word that it's $200 and the line is long as crap. Yeah, it sounds like an avoid to me. I might try and go just walk over there and look at it. My hotel is right next to the casino. But yeah, I maybe won't end up doing that. Max, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, TJ? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Are you here? You in New Orleans?
Hell yeah, I'm in New Orleans. Went out last night. I'm ready to go. Liquid IVs are on drip, and I'm excited it's raining right now, but I'm excited to go to the FSU bar crawl at 2 o'clock. Everyone's got to head over there. The Noles are going to be running deep in Bourbon Street. Let's go, Noles.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. Shout out Madso. They do so much great work, and I know their owner well and have for years, and they're phenomenal people that give back so much to FSU and its community. And they also just do cool freaking crap like this bar crawl. They've done stuff where they drink around the world at Disney when we played Ole Miss in 2016. They do fun stuff that they're not necessarily like making a bunch of money on, right? Like they're just doing that for FSU fans. And like we try to honestly, we try to emulate some of that stuff just because they're really good people. If you're in New Orleans, go do the Madso pub crawl today. They're great people that like to give back. Like I said, if any of my outlets or any of the things that I am involved with could do like half of the good work that Madso does, then I would be proud of us because they're phenomenal. They're not even a sponsor, but somebody record this and send it to them. Maybe they will be. But yeah, no, they're fantastic people. They give back like crazy. We're going to try and do something like that tonight with a little watch party, little FSU get together as well. But Max, you just inspired me. I'm coming to the bar crawl. That sounds like a long day, but I'm doing it.
If I see you, I'll say hi.
Let's get after it. Appreciate you, my man.
Yeah, appreciate it too, man. See ya.
All right. Let's do this. Let's try and get Michaela in here real quick. Michaela, if you can chat, great. If not, no worries. But I know you're coming out to New Orleans, so let's tell the people what you got going, and then we'll take any more questions you guys have, and we'll go from there. Oh man, I am tired. I will say that. A couple people messaged me this morning, "Are you still alive?" I feel like that's not typically a good sign when people message you and say, "Are you still alive?" But here we are. Michaela, how you doing?
Good. How are you? We actually just landed in Atlanta.
You just landed where?
We just landed in Atlanta.
Okay, cool. So on the way, who else coming?
Sorry. There's a lot of it's me, Kaylee, and Allison on this plane. But Devin and a few other Seminole sisters are already
have already touched down.
We're all super excited.
Yeah, I was chatting with Devin this morning, and she's going to try and come by tonight. We'll see kind of how everything works, or maybe the tailgate tomorrow. But you guys are doing something cool with is it I don't want to say it. Who are you guys doing it with tomorrow?
Okay, so Brand or Taco Bell. So basically, Taco Bell reached out to us, and we will be doing something with the student section at the Tailgating.
Awesome. And then you'll be hanging out tonight at 12 Mile Limit. We'll see you guys there.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all be safe, have fun, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
You bet. One of my favorite things about NIL is now that athletes can literally get paid to come to games like this, right? Like some of the athletes are here just kind of on their own. Some of them are doing it through some NIL stuff. Like, I know it was a little hard to hear, but Michaela's doing some stuff with Taco Bell, with the student section, literally being paid to be here. That's freaking awesome. Like, that's amazing. Something that just like 2 years ago would not necessarily have been the case. So again, Michaela, Allison, new transfer from Arizona State, and Kaylee Harding will be at 12 Mile Limit for our watch party against the Utes. If you needed any more of a reason to show up, there you go. You have to put up with me, but at least you get to see them too. All right, let's get after it. Do we have any other questions? Anybody else just want to say, down with LSU or anything like that? Yeah, hit us up and can I announce this? Can I say this? Eddie, my man. Oh, let me give a little. Okay, here's some good news. Listen to this. I need these. Okay, Tara, I need these in a 4T. I need this in a small child size. At least make one run of each of those. But Garnet Gold, who is working with some of our football guys, let's try and not screw this up. But Amari, Jordan, Fabo, and Akeem is also going to be working with Michaela, Kaylee Mudge, Devin Flaherty, and Kat Sandercock very, very soon. And we'll have some replica jerseys, T-shirts, all of that through Rising Spear, but at Garnet Gold. So I went on the rant about how much I love Madso. Garnet Gold's right up there with them. That for years, that was the game day experience. Went to Madso, got brunch, went to Garnet Gold, spent a bunch of money, and then went out to Lot 14 and tailgated, right? So shout out Garnet Gold. They do so much to give back as well. You can save 15% by using spaces 15 at checkout. Eddie, what's going on, my man?
Yo, what up, TJ? Hey, so I heard they ran a pretty limited package last week, and not that I wasn't happy with the outcomes, but I was just curious if what might we see different this week? You think they got any tricks in the bag or anything more exciting? Again, love the running game, love the big yards, but just curious your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think you'll see a lot more RPO. I think you'll see Jordan Travis pull the ball more and actually run it himself. What did he have? 3 rushes last week, and one of those was just kind of like a play that broke down and he kind of took off. So I think you'll see him use his legs a little bit more. I think that you'll see if Johnny Wilson's there and healthy, I think you'll see him utilized very differently. I complained about this, and again, it wasn't so much of a complaint, but the only play that I didn't like last week was the slant to Johnny Wilson in the red zone. I don't know if they just wanted to put that on film so that LSU would see it and have to kind of prepare for it and then never do it again, like burn it out of the playbook. The play just looked clunky and looked like it just didn't look good at all. It didn't look natural. But I didn't see any, we've heard, and what I've been told by folks on the staff is that Johnny Wilson is a legit problem. I'll put that in quotes, a legit problem in the red zone, in quote. And so, we didn't really see, any kind of high point. We didn't see any kind of formation that you would line up in for them to throw a jump ball up to him. I think that was intentional. He obviously got hurt, but you didn't see that early either, right? Like, you got him running a slant on the 5 instead of a jump ball. I think it was intentional that wasn't done last week. So I think you'll kind of see him utilized a little bit more. We've heard a ton about Span's speed as well as Micah Pittman on screens. And I think we only ran 1 screen to Pittman last week. I could be wrong on that, but I think you'll see some of that stuff utilized more. We have better athletes than we've had in a while out wide. Also, I mean, you didn't have Pokey Wilson last week. I expect him to play tomorrow. Would be kind of surprised if he doesn't. And so I think you will see more from the passing game. I think you'll see more from Jordan's legs. I'd be pretty shocked if the running backs go for 400 this week because I do think that we're going to open it up a little bit. So that was a really long answer, man. I don't even know if I remember the question at this point, but that's where I'm at.
No, man, that's awesome. Go Noles. Let's see in the chop on the street, on the plane, in the dome.
You here? Are you coming?
I got severe FOMO, my man.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. But it'll be fun on TV. A win's a win. So you'll enjoy the win on TV. I need to send something to Eddie. Eddie's been helping us out with Bourbon on a Budget, and I just, this stuff's gotten delayed. Eddie's the man, dude. Eddie also engraved a really nice piece of wood for Rising Spear. I just love people that give back. I love people that give back. I love people that kind of go the extra mile, do what's, kind of more than what's required. And so shout out to Eddie. I want to give one more quick shout out, and then anybody else that wants to request, jump in here. If not, I'm going to the sports book and I'm going to go find some beignets. But I want to give a shout out to Renegade Sports Entertainment. Paul Aloise Jr. is representing former Noles in the NFL and college football. He's your go-to guy if you run into any trouble in Tallahassee during home game weekends or anytime. But try and stay safe and make good decisions. But shout out to my guy, Paul. Excited to see what his guys are going to do this year, the guys that he represents in both the NFL and the CFL, and appreciate him and his support. Paul's a 2013 national champion. So appreciate him for everything that he's done. All right, let me check my DMs. Let me check the questions, and we will. My guy Gianni's up and going this morning. Gianni's got the little guy decked out in FSU stuff. That looks like a garnet and gold shirt. So shout out to Gianni. Gianni says to go eat at Drago's. Okay, listen. Last night, I don't remember. Let me see if I can find the restaurant really quick. I texted it to Harlan. GW Finn's. It's like a block off Bourbon Street. Maybe not even a block. Like I think it's like 2 buildings down, like off of Bourbon Street. I had this Parmesan crusted sheep's head. It's a local fish here that they catch in New Orleans, like just off, not in New Orleans, but just off the water in New Orleans. And it was amazing. It was so good. Hindsight, I should have probably gone with something heavier, not fish before a night on Bourbon Street. But yeah, it was great. Shout out again. I think it was GW Finn's. How about Virginia Tech losing last night? I never get upset seeing ACC. We're not like the SEC fans, I don't think, where you cheer for, I want the ACC to do well. I'm not like that at all. I was very happy to see Virginia Tech lose last night. Somebody mentioned the FAMU giving UNC fits, and so I'm hoping. Yeah, Keith in here in the YouTube comments talking about how hoping that ECU can get a win against NC State. That made me feel better about that NC State game. Like I don't feel great about that NC State game going on the road, but that's a worry for a different week. But yeah, I'm all for all these teams losing games they shouldn't. But Old Dominion with the big win yesterday against Virginia Tech. All right, let's go through this. Found the key to getting LSU fans in their fields. Oh yeah, tell them that their helmets are yellow and not championship gold. It's yellow. It is yellow, right? I like the Lakers, and they always say purple and gold, but it's yellow. Florida State's gold. That's not gold at all. Get out of here. Prediction 27-24 Noles. If we lose, I actually have 31-27. That's not happening, but I think that's the score one way or the other. I think Florida State has a 27-24 lead, and if they can get a stop late against LSU, they'll win. If they can't, LSU goes down and scores a touchdown to win it. So 27-24 is what I'm going with. It's on the defense to get that last stop. Erica. Oh man, Erica's in Costa Rica right now, but can't find any way to watch the game, and she's depressed. Thanks for doing the content. Keeping you. Okay, Erica, I got some friends in Costa Rica. I'm gonna hit them up because they own a sports book down there. I know that they'll find a way to do that. My guy Jake adding Jameis. Jameis just landed. Where are you at? Oh man, Jake, I appreciate your tenacity on that tweet, bro. All right, I don't know if we have a ton else. Any other? You would have thought that Virginia Tech would have learned when ODU beat them in 2018. Yeah, Old Dominion was a 29-point dog that day. So shout out Panama Jack for the facts. Keith has 31-27. Hey, again, I threw up in the top of the space, if you weren't in here, a tweet. Again, I wouldn't quote this because you want less people to see it, so you have a better chance of winning. But threw up a tweet in the top of the space with it just says Garnet and Gold score. Reply to that with your score. If you get the score right, we'll send you a gift card for that much. Right? You pick 28 points for FSU. We score 28. Make $28 from Garnet and Gold. If you're here on YouTube, I'll send you a link to this tweet. If you don't have a Twitter, I don't know how I can. Yeah, that's the only way that we can do it because I'm not going to remember to come back and look at these comments. But hopefully, you have a Twitter. You can reply to that with your score. All right, I think that's about it. Again, we are hanging out tonight at 12 Mile Limit. Shout out Kraken Calamari. If you want to find me in a good mood in about 2 or 3 hours and want me to buy you a drink, just find me on the timeline or on Bourbon Street. We have a full day of college football today, and then the entire nation watches tomorrow as Florida State beats LSU 27-24. Thank you guys for hanging out. Shout out Gramco. Shout out Garnet and Gold. TJ25 at thegramco.com will save you 25%. Spaces 15 saves you 15% at garnetandgold.com. I had a couple people say that they tried to use the discount in person. They wouldn't let them do it. So you guys got to order online, pick up in person. That's the move there. So I try to tell you guys that. But and then shout out Paul Aloise Jr. And his guys that he represents with Renegade Sports Entertainment. We will be back tomorrow night, I guess. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. It might be a Sunday morning or a Monday morning recap, but yeah, we'll be back at some point. We'll go live from the tailgate a couple of times. We'll do some fun stuff, but catch me on Bourbon Street. I'm out. Go Noles. If you're here on YouTube, we do have a good little audience here on YouTube today. Nothing crazy, but stats say that 80% of people are not subscribed that watch YouTube videos. If you're watching, if you're listening, smash the subscribe button. We've put out some really cool content. There's an LSU hype video, FSU LSU hype video on there. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Appreciate the comments. B. Riley, Keith, Panama Jack, Island Boy, my guy Mike. Mike supports all things FSU. Nick Rogers on the way. Noles for Life, Dad Gummit. Love that name. Patrick Mintry, Brandon Graham. Everybody that hung out today, appreciate you guys. Smash the subscribe button, hit the share button. Find me in New Orleans. Yeah, Jen, is it Jen Fari? Find me in New Orleans. Let's drink together and let's get this win. See you guys.